Candidates are current State Auditor Auston Johnson.
I will guarantee that audits coming out of my office will be done objectively, independently, fairly, and that they will be supported by evidence. They will not be politically motivated. They will never be that way.
And John Dougal.
If we want different results, we need to elect different people. I'm John Dougal, your next State Auditor. Thank you very much.
Some politicians don't mind if auditors aren't accountants.
You've heard I'm not a CPA, and that's true. I'm an MBA.
Legislators have debated whether to require state and county auditors to be CPAs. The concept was rejected.
And some do.
We need to make sure that we vote for a boring CPA.
The State Auditor provides audits and investigations and monitors and advises Utah's state and local governments.
As a legislator for 10 years, your elected representatives knew that I would ask the hard questions and challenge the status quo.
Our status quo is a AAA bond rating. While the State Auditor can and does conduct performance audits, his primary responsibility is financial audits of public accounts. The State's Auditor General, part of the legislative branch, conducts performance audits of state and local agencies, along with a bipartisan legislative audit committee under the leadership of the Senate and House.
Auston is independent. He's beholden to no one except you, the voters of the state of Utah.
We train local government officials so that they understand their fiscal responsibilities. We train CPAs that audit local governments so they understand what their responsibilities are, and we do it better than anyone else in the country.
As your auditor, I will fight to protect your taxes from waste and abuse.
He would not even be able to sign the reports coming out of his own office. You'd have to hire someone to do that. That's a wasteful use of your tax dollars, and it is not frugal. He tries to trivialize the idea of financial audits to the point where we risk losing our AAA bond rating. If we lose that, we lose millions of dollars in interest. That is not frugal.
How fees are determined.
Last year, John Dougal sponsored HB 477, cutting our access to government records. Taxpayers had to pay for a special session to repeal the unpopular bill. Auston Johnson opposed the bill from the start.
I hire and lead CPAs, and that is the job of the State Auditor.
He would hire someone like Auston Johnson, who is already your state auditor.
Auston has the endorsement and strong support of the association, which represents the over 4,000 CPAs in Utah.
We wouldn't expect to elect an attorney general who's not an attorney. We shouldn't elect an auditor who's not a CPA.
Do we want this campaign to confuse, redefine, and politicize the office of State Auditor? Why would the Speaker and President want one of their members to become State Auditor and conduct performance audits? They already chair the bipartisan committee which does the same thing. Do they and Dougal have an audit list they can't get past the bipartisan audit committee? Is the legislative auditor not doing his job? Why is John Dougal spending more on media than anyone ever has on the race for state auditor? Some say legislative leaders are raising money for Dougal from lobbyists who have never contributed to the auditor's race. Why? Check out the campaign reports from June 19th. Keep our financial integrity. Keep politics out of our books. Keep auditing boring. Vote Auston Johnson on June 26th. No offense, Auston.